where are you? You know, why didn't you pass matric? Why are you not self-employed? And you'll hear a lot of issues. No, my parents didn't have money, and there's no bursaries and so on. While we know that there are so many schemes which assist those who are poor. Therefore, most of the time is because what? We don't want to take. Yes. How is life treating you? Yes, you might be saying, not good. Others might be saying, very good. Of course, life has never been fair to anyone. I want us to look at few questions because I want us to do self-introspection. Self-introspection helps one to improve yourself. In life, it is easy to talk about others than yourself unless you want to brag to people. Most of the time, we are talking about other people. We are talking about what we have seen. We are talking about the wrongs which other people are doing, but we don't include ourselves in the talks, in the thinking. Either with our friends, either with our families, we spend more time talking about others than ourselves. Do you know why? It is because we try by all means to avoid to be confrontational to ourselves. The main thing which is easy for us to do is to apportion blame to other people. And I was looking at myself when I was even preparing this talk, and every day when I point fingers to others, I realized that when I point fingers to you, 3 fingers are pointing back to me. What does that mean? It means there are times where I must spend more. If I'm spending 1 time on other people, I must spend 3 times on looking at myself. Looking at myself rather than apportioning blame. I'm not sure if I ask you a few questions, how will you respond to them? I've asked these questions to myself. As I said, I love to do self-introspection, looking at myself, looking at how I look at things, looking at how I perceive things, looking at how I do things. I love to look at myself. I spend most of the mornings and most of the evenings looking at myself. Yes, of course, I also have the tendency when I'm talking to others, I speak more about others. And I'm forgetting that 3 fingers are saying, do it 3 times to yourself. Look at yourself, review yourself, analyze yourself. If one asks you, why are you as you are? Possibly you might think, if I'm talking of good things, you might praise yourself. But if I'm talking of bad things, you will start to hunt and look for people you can blame. If it's good, it's me. If it's bad, it's other people. It's similar to sports. If the team is winning, it's great. It is the players. If the team is losing, it is the coach. There's no time where most of the time we also look at holistically to ourselves well. That's why most of the teams, they quickly fire coach than they fire the manager, themselves as management, and players. Because it is easy to look at the wrongs which other people are doing. If I ask you, why are you not working? Of course, you might say that they are not employing us, or this government, or you might be honest and say, I don't have the right skill or qualifications which are required where I am applied. Therefore, you are honest. But most of the time, if you think of whatever we see around the world, in our vicinity, people are saying government is not creating jobs, because that's very easy to quickly point to government or to quickly point to something else than ourselves. What have we done to ensure that we start working? What have we done to ensure that we create work? What have we done to connect to where work is done? What have we done to find a way to solve a problem? Therefore, it is easy not to do self-introspection. If I ask you, why are you still married to the person whom you claim to be the problem? You claim this person to be the problem. Why are you still together with this person you claim to be a problem? Of course, you might point either to the children, you might either point to say, no, my parents are saying no, or my relatives are saying this. You might also point to your friends, this is what my friends are telling me. But you don't even point to yourself to say, I'm confused. I am just postponing. I don't know what to do. You don't look at yourself, and therefore that delays you. That delays me to find a real solution, because I am always pointing to the others. If I ask you why the money which you get paid, either month end or whenever you get paid, it doesn't stay in your coffers, it doesn't stay in your pockets. Then you will say, no, this money, I've heard many people say, this money just passes through my fingers. Really? Money doesn't pass through fingers. We either spend the money. Money doesn't just easily disappear unless you have found those criminals who try to hijack you and take whatever they want to take from you. But money doesn't just disappear. Now we are asking you why, while you are working, you don't look better. While you are working, you are not improving your life. While you are working, you are in debt. While you are working, we don't see progress. You will start pointing even to the black tax, because it is not easy to look at yourself. Now, I want us today, this moment, to really do self-introspection. Because in reality, you should be able to say, I'm wasteful. I just spend. And you are able to look at even at the things which you are spending really, which are not adding value to you. And this is very much important in life, to find time where you look at yourself. Yes, look at other people is fine, but there are times where you must look at yourself. If we ask you, yes, why your business is not really growing as expected, your business, or even you, why are you not growing as expected? Why are you not progressing as expected? Of course, you might start to say, no, they are promoting each other. You might say, no, it's not that. They love to do these things behind the scenes and so on. But then we ask you, are you really a worker? At what time you arrive at work? When you are given commitments, do you really do them on time? You will find that then those things start to look back to you. Because it's not everybody who is favored. It's not the majority, but also those who are favored. Why are they being favored? Therefore, when we are asking you, why are you not progressing? It's very easy to point at other people. Yes, if we ask you why your children are as they are as a parent, you might start pointing to government. Government, they've relaxed the law, they've taken corporal punishment away, these children of nowadays, and so on. But there's nothing which comes back to you. At what time are your children coming back home? Are there rules there in your house? Are those rules respected by you, or you want them only to be respected by children? Therefore, if you look at those things, they will come back to you, because you are doing self-introspection to yourself. Or you need to reach a stage where you will say, I have done all what a parent is supposed to do. And therefore, now look at these children, they are beyond age and so on. Therefore, they have reached a stage where they should be able to take decisions for themselves. I keep on telling my friends and so on to say, government has never been into my yard. Therefore, whatever which is happening in my yard, before I go and apportion blame, I should first look at myself. But it is easy to apportion blame. If I ask you as children, why as children you have ended where you are today? Where are you? You know, why didn't you pass matric? Why are you not self-employed? You will hear a lot of issues. No, you know, my parents didn't have money, and there's no bursaries and so on. While we know that there are so many schemes which assist those who are poor. Therefore, most of the time is because what? We don't want to take the blame. Why have you failed this subject? Why have you failed this subject again? Why have you done this again? You as children, do you accept? Do you apportion blame? Why have these things happened to you? You will find that you are pointing to your peers, your friends, and so on. Because why? It is easy to point fingers, forgetting that 3 are saying, look at yourself 3 times. Yes. Why are you like this? Why you said that you want to lose weight? How many times when the year begins, we have got goals, we have got things which we put forward. I want to lose weight, I want to start business, If I ask you, where is the business which you said you want to start? No, there's been COVID, this government, there's fraud, they want bribes. But there are people who are making things, there are people who are working. Therefore, you don't want to look at yourself to say, I am not networking. I am just sitting and waiting at my home. I am not even looking on social media. My cell phone is for Twitter, it's for TikTok, it's for Facebook. It's not a tool, it's not an instrument which helps me to hunt for funding. But you have it. It is in your hand. And when you hear other people say, we have been funded and this is what is happening, now I'm in this project, you look around and you say, no, there's connection. It's not everything which is connection, which is wrong connections. Some of the things depends where are you. When people are coming together, when people are hunting, when people are looking for opportunities, where are you? Because things will not come to your home or come to my home. The only entity which used to know our physical address was the post office. And you are aware, and I'm aware, that post office is no longer a viable option to use. Therefore, they were the only people who knows where you stay. The other opportunities don't know where you stay. It is you who must go where opportunities are. It is you who must go and present what you are capable of doing. It is you who must show what you are able to do. And that's why I said to some of my friends, I said, when you arrive even at a restaurant, when you're asking each other with your partner, what do we want to eat? You don't say anything. On the menu, there's nothing called anything. There's nothing called anything. When we are asking you in which restaurant we must go, anyone. There's no restaurant called anyone. I've not seen it. Therefore, you must work and know what you want. You must be able to answer. You must be able to connect to yourself. Therefore, this blame game always happen when we don't want to point to ourselves. We will point to many, but we will not point to ourselves. Of course, the truth is, we are always emotional bias. Emotional bias that we don't look at ourselves, the way we behave. That's why you will even find the way I behaved. I will blame my partner to say, I've done this because of you. You have done this because of you. No. It's because I'm emotional bias. I will never look at myself. And therefore, we always have this cognitive distortion. Therefore, the way we think and look at things is always not including you. It's not always including ourselves. We don't want to do self-reflection. And I want to help you, and as I've helped myself, we need to do self-introspection now and then. We need to do reflection now and then. And you know what is that? Reflection or self-introspection, you start to move from them, they, we, you move to I. If you start to move to I, you will start to find the best solution and best answers. That's why even in crucial conversation between you, your partner, your friends, and so on, if you move from you move to I, then you make life easier. Therefore, self-introspection is to say, start looking at you, start pointing fingers at yourself and review yourself. And when you do self-introspection, the good part of it, you start to understand who you are. If you do self-introspection, you start to understand who you are, who I am. And you also start to see what are your values. The values are things which you prioritize, the values are your principles. Because some of the things, if you look at yourself, you might find that you don't have values, or you don't have principles, or you always compromise on your values, you always compromise on your principles, or your principles are not hard enough in such a way that you are able to live for. And again, if you do self-introspection, it will help you to act in a way to improve where you have picked up that you are lacking. Therefore, self-introspection or analysis, it's a continuous thing. You need to do it continuously and in a consistent manner so that you are able to develop. All the people whom you see doing things better, all the most people whom you see improving in life, they have first looked at themselves. And when they've looked at themselves, they are able to look at their failures and able to look at their success. And when they look at their failures, they also look at the pitfalls. When they look at their success, they also look at good things which they must continuously and consistently carry on doing. Now, what do you do? Because you need to determine your growth. You need to grow. You need to be better. Therefore, we need to do self-reflection. And self-reflection will help us really to meet our goals. And self-reflection will also help us to ensure that we work on ourselves. You need to find ways to establish what didn't work. You need to find ways what helped you to reach your goals. And in life, it will never be better until you reach a stage where you are accountable and responsible for your actions. We need to be accountable because it's a self-introspection thing. I need to be accountable where I've messed up. I need to be accountable where I sinned. I need to be accountable where I erred. I need to be accountable where I deviated. Also, I need to be accountable where things went well. Be accountable. Be responsible. Yes, people all who blame either God, God has been blamed in many things. People sometimes blame parents. Parents have been blamed by children for many things. Partners, wife or husband have been blamed even for things which they don't know. Friends have been blamed for many things. The devil has been blamed for many things. Witches have been blamed for many things. But I want to tell you, those are easy scapegoats. Those are easy scapegoats to avoid implementing what we said we want to implement. If you said you wanted to start a business, where have been the devil? If you wanted to start to lose weight, where are your friends? Because when you go to gym, it's you. And you even registered and you are even paying. It is you. Therefore, there are times where we need to move all these scapegoats out and start to move forward. And when we move forward, you will start to realize your strength and your weaknesses. And when you realize your weaknesses, you find ways to overcome your weaknesses. It's very much important that you must find ways to overcome your weaknesses. Yes, everybody has got weaknesses. That's why if I'm running my own business, for things which I know I'm weak as administration, I appoint somebody to do administration. For something which I know I'm not capable of doing, I'm not capable, I put reminders. If I know that I forget a lot, I keep on putting reminders either on the cell phones or either on the machines. Why? Because I am closing my weaknesses, so that at the end I find myself and I'm able to go where I want to go. Yes, my friends, colleagues, this life in self-introspection, in self-reflection, you need to answer why. Why you are where you are. Why things didn't work as you wanted them to work. What would you have done differently and things work? When were you supposed to do something? When are you going to start doing it? And where? I think I've told you that there are people who will say, no, this sport, I thought about this area, I wanted to start business, but you have already started. No, it's because you have taken too long. Where? And are you aware that we in a specific country, either South Africa, either Nigeria, Ghana, whatever, America, that is not the world, it's just a country. Some of the things or opportunities which you need to move into, which works within your capability, they might not be in the country which you find yourself. Look around, the world is so big. The world is so big. Look around and go there and start to establish yourself. Yes, who are the people you need to start working with? Who are the people who must help you on your weaknesses? Who are the people who must mentor you? Who are the people who must coach you? When have you engaged them? Have you connected with them? Have you inquired from them? And therefore, the better improvement of individuals is on the basis of answering self-introspection questions, which is why, what, when, where, whom, who, and how. Answer those questions, and then your life will be better. Of course, as I conclude, self-reflection, self-introspection should not be a blame game to yourself. No. This is not the issue to say blame yourself. No, it's to say it's an opportunity where you find areas to better yourself. Find areas in yourself to better yourself. Nobody will drag you to where you want to be. Nobody will place you where you want to be. Of course, nobody really knows where you are going besides yourself. Self-introspection helps you to find yourself. Move away from them, they, ours, yours, you, we, and reach to a point where you say, I want to do these things. I will start them and start doing them. And therefore, if you do that, my friends, my colleagues, self-introspection, self-reflection will have achieved its goal. We need to move, we need to improve, we need to be better. I thank you. It's self-introspection speaker. Thank you very much. I really would like to appreciate the time and the opportunity you take to watch what we present. Yes, I'm yours, Dr. Chililo Thomas Razirani of the Chikobi clan. Of course, I hail from the Limpopo province. In short, your self-introspection speaker who helps you to see yourself. I appreciate the time. What we would like to invite you to do is really to say, yes, can you like our videos? Can you also subscribe to our channel? And also share these videos to other people, because the value is on adding to other people. Yes, check the space for the new work. for the new videos. Yes, watch our website www.mindtowork.co.za for events which can be upcoming, so that we also meet and with each other. We really appreciate the time and the opportunity you take to add value to your own life, and also to harvest what you will use to add value to the other people. We thank you very much. God bless.